Hello to our youngest disciples. I am so excited to bring you a very special edition of Some Good News, FPC edition. Today, I have some special guests to help me share some good news, and I can't wait to bring them in on the action. First, I know that many of us learned in Compassion Camp that one of the many ways we can show compassion to others is by helping those who need some extra help. Well, we as a church decided to do that in a special way during the pandemic. We've done some research to find out which local organizations are working especially hard to help people who have needed extra food or housing or care during this time. And we decided to support them by giving them grants. And grants are just money that helps them do their work. This week, we are giving two $20,000 grants to an organization called Feed More, which helps feed hungry people, and one called ACTS, which helps people who need a little extra help paying their bills. Earlier this summer, we gave 3 other grants to the Daily Planet, which provides free healthcare, Homeward, an organization that helps people find housing, and Caritas, which also provides housing and care for those in need. As a church community, we have given away a total of $100,000 in what we are calling COVID-19 relief grants. And that is a wonderful way we are sharing the good news of God's love. In this time, we also have a group of people in our church called our Community Partner Grants Committee, and they have been working hard to figure out what are some other organizations in Richmond we can partner with to share God's love. This is what our special correspondents are going to tell us about today. These special guests are people you already know and love, my colleagues Janet LeGros and Wilson Kennedy. They are out in the city ready to share some good news with us about these new community partners. Janet, over to you.
Thanks, Amy. There sure are a lot of organizations carrying good news and good works to the city of Richmond. I'm here just outside of Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill is home base for the Armstrong Leadership Program, which offers friendship, mentoring, and leadership training for high school students at Armstrong High School. ALP is one of our 5 community partners that have received a 3-year grant based on the amazing work they're doing in our community. Our community partner grants are such a meaningful way for us to deepen relationships with our city. And we're so grateful to the Community Grants Committee for all their hard work establishing these grants, and to all of you at FPC for helping make this generosity possible. I'm going to hand it over now to Wilson Kennedy, another of our correspondents, who will introduce you to one of our oldest partners who is in a brand new building. Over to you, Wilson.
Thanks, Janet. I'm here at the brand new Henry Marsh Elementary School, previously George Mason Elementary School. This school has been one of our most important partners for over 19 years. Thanks to the hard work of many volunteers, we are committed to the children, parents, and teachers of Henry Marsh School, and we are eager to see children streaming into this beautiful building. And before I go, I just want to mention the 4 other recipients of our community partner grants: Boaz and Ruth, Crossover Healthcare Ministries, the Healing Place at Caritas, and the STEP program in the Gilpin Court community. These 5 organizations, along with Henry Marsh Elementary, are changing lives in the city of Richmond. Congratulations to all our community partners. Such good news. And stay tuned, because we will be exploring all kinds of ways to learn from our partners and work together in the coming weeks and months. And we'd love for you all to share in this good news. If you would like to learn more or be more involved in one of these areas, please get in touch. I would love to hear from you. Back to you, Amy.
Thank you, Wilson and Janet. That certainly is some good news. And now, for some really exciting and special good news, I want to introduce you to one of the newest members of our FPC family. And no, it's not a new baby. We'll have some good news about babies next time. It is our new Minister of Music and Arts, Jason N. Brown. Jason is coming to us today from South Carolina, but soon he will be moving to Richmond to start his work with us. Jason, welcome. I am so glad you can join us today, and I'm so excited to share the good news of your arrival with our church family.
Good morning. It's great to be with you, and thanks for having me on today.
Oh, it's so great to have you with us. And by means of introduction, I just invite you to answer a couple of questions that I have for you. We know that you have got so much musical talent, and you're a singer and a conductor, and you also play the piano and organ. You've sung a lot of opera, and I would love for you just to share with us why church music is your calling.
Well, my grandfather was a pastor, and I have two uncles who are pastors as well. So I grew up going to church every time the doors were open. And I actually started playing at church when I was 7 years old. So even though I took some detours into opera and classical music in general, doing church music has always been a passion of mine. And I'm lucky to be able to do it for a living because I get to do two things that I really enjoy doing. I get to praise God and make music and lead congregations in doing that.
Well, that is wonderful to be able to find a way to do both of those things that you love. Tell us what you're excited about in terms of coming to Richmond and First Presbyterian.
Well, I'm excited about coming to Richmond in part because I visited once when I was in college on a choir tour, and I thought it was just a beautiful place. So it'll be exciting to get to know Richmond just a little bit better. But I'm excited about First Presbyterian Church because between the young families and the particular ministries that the church is engaged with, I think it's just going to be a wonderful place to be engaged in ministry.
Well, we certainly think so, and we're so excited for you to join us here in our ministry. Jason, what's one thing that you would like us to know about you or that you want to share with us today?
Well, one fun fact is this may not be the best thing to share with children, but I actually became a musician because I didn't want to be a Boy Scout. My mother had a rule that we all had to do something other than go to school. And my older brother was already a Boy Scout, so she figured, I'll just have Jason be a Boy Scout too. And I didn't particularly care for standing in the sun, tying knots and all of that. So one day on my way to school, I saw a sign outside of somebody's house saying music lessons here. And I was like, that's the other thing I'll do. So that is why I'm a musician today.
That's a great story, Jason. And I'm sure some of our young disciples and maybe some of our older disciples can relate to that. So thank you for sharing. Well, it is so great to get the chance to chat with you and have you begin to meet some of our church family. And I know that we are all looking forward to welcoming you here with us. And I hope we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining us, Jason.
Thanks again for having me. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, isn't that some amazing news? I know that we are all excited to welcome Jason here and look forward to the chance when we can do that in person, but of course we'll find ways to do it virtually in the meantime. Thanks for joining me today for some good news, and remember, every day, every moment, we can find ways to share the good news of God's love with everyone we meet. Till next time.